been like without some of those guys?
Yes, I feel like it's important that we, as leaders now, look at the team that we have. Basically, get along with the culture and the standard that Coach Aranda's put in place for us. Trusting the process each and every day, and with those guys, I look up to very well. And being able to understand why they led the way they did is very important. And I think that's where we as leaders now will succeed on our team is being able to follow them and take notes off what they did, off how they approached every day, because those guys took every day serious, practice very serious. They took meetings very serious, class very serious, and we have to make sure that we follow that same path and make sure that we're good person over player every day.
Bryson, when you look at what Dylan and Ben said, they were very excited about that July 13th, it's not December of 2021. Now you're starting to prepare for September 3rd against Auburn. Is that kind of relation to that like why is that kind of relation to the season?
I'm gonna say that just that past season was a team last year, and I give credit to a lot of those guys how they handled it. But this is a new team, a new culture, and I feel like we have handled every day with 100% effort, and we've put the time in. We've worked on ourselves, and we've been put in hard situations to be able to control ourselves in uncomfortable situations. But going into the season, we'll be able to bring that focus and intentional intent that we have and how we attack every little thing, such as workouts, meetings that we're doing now, and leading those guys, the young guys now. They're going to step up, and they're going to be put in situations in fall camp that's going to allow us to be what we need to be come first game. Yeah. Yeah. So what you said that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I think that we took advantage of our roles. Guys took those roles very seriously and trusted our coaches. They put us in great situations, and as a team, that's what you want to do. You want to be able to adapt, be put in different situations, and focus on being the best version of yourself each and every day. Those guys, we lost a great piece of them, but it's all new to us now. It's a whole new environment, a whole new culture, a whole new team. So there's guys now that's stepping up and seeing how those guys had led before, and are ready to take those roles now. And a lot of us are older and understand what needs to be done, and we're doing it at elite level. Yeah.
Bryson, you guys are the favorites to win the Cross. I don't know if that makes sense. You said something that's really intriguing. Why is it uncomfortable being uncomfortable?
Because every environment is different. So you'll be put in chaotic environments, and being able to control that chaos, being able to be yourself, most authentic self, and play complementary football, that's very important. And that's what we take pride in, being able to be prepared each week, because we take each week very seriously, and being able to put the intentional focus that needs to be placed for that week. We don't look at it as we're going to win every game. We look at it as we're going to take each week one at a time. We're going to approach it and be comfortable within ourselves and be our most authentic selves.
Yeah. When you say new team, new culture,
Yeah.
is there a new motto? Is there a new saying for this year's group?
It's just new guys. Pound the rock. That's our mentality. Everything matters, so we're gonna take that very seriously. Take every day very seriously. As far as like going to class, take that very seriously. Those little things matter. I know you want to hear on the football field you got certain guys that do things very well, but I feel like the character piece for us as a unit is there, and it's taken care of very well and focused on each and every day. Yeah. Man, Coach McGuire was a great person. Great relationship I had with him. I was able to be in his room throughout the season, and he just had great energy, and we appreciate him very much. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But he's a great person, and I wish him the best. Absolutely.
I've been on a lot of coaches throughout the career, but there's very few who aren't in the well on the top self-confident a lot. I know the feelings of accurate and it's the expectation, but one of the calls of this decision, every single decision you have to make seems to be player over personality. Have you ever had a coach like that in the past? And what makes him so unique? What flavor?
Coach Aranda focuses on our players, and the player is more important, or the person is more important than the player. And when I say that, he really he shows us and he leads that way by how he handles himself, and he's a great family man. So we all look up to be that, and hearing him speak about person over player, character, integrity, the respect, being that person and that pivotal factor in the community is something that's taken very seriously, and that's the type of people that we want to be, and that's the type of players that he wants to coach. And once that piece is taken care of, you're able to handle anything thrown at you, whether that's on the football field or not, because we're all good football players. But the person part is what's going to keep you driving and waking up every morning, being the best version of yourself each day.
One of the different ways to describe would be genuine.
Genuine, yeah.
You've been through a lot of the recruiting process where coaches have said, we want you to be on our team, we want you to do this. And maybe they mean it, maybe they don't, they just want those recruiters. But when you get a guy like Dave walking through a fight or a living room, you have a time to reflect and say, this is what I need. I know that's what he needs. Does that benefit you guys in recruiting and building the culture and staff and what you think is
Yes, because Coach Aranda is a great leader, and he sees it. He sees that in players, and I trust him as far as recruiting, and that's no question, because he looks for the person, having great character, those things that we speak about, integrity, responsibility, being held accountable for actions, and just doing things the right way, and focusing each day and taking each day one at a time. Like those guys, he has a niche for, and when those freshmen that are coming in now, those guys are that, and they exempt that. So we are automatically going to be put in a position to where we can succeed and build off something. Because when you don't have distractions, you could be players. You can go over, you can learn and install stuff and have different roles adapted and different change within a program. But those players are always going to be willing to accept that change and be very, very versatile. Yeah. Man, his schemes are amazing. So I feel like him and Coach Aranda have a very, very great relationship. Clearly from their past, great relationship. So when you got two incredible defensive minds, incredible things happen on the field. So they've put a lot of players in great positions to make great plays, and that's what makes his defense top tier. And the amount of detail that goes into it, each play and each thing that we learn is what is very important, because there's a lot of things that can change during the play, and the amount of focus and the amount of attention that he puts to teaching it changes your perspective as a player on how to handle it. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I say that's for each guy that's here, me, Ben, and Dylan. Just seeing Dylan Doyle playing offense and defense, he takes those things very seriously. We got a lot of young guys that are very athletic and can be put in different situations that we'll probably see a lot. I won't go into detail about any of those things, but there's players that can help in many different ways on our team. And one thing I take pride in is special teams, and Coach Aranda takes pride in special teams. So getting those guys in there on special teams can create opportunities for those players to be the best versions of themselves on the field. Yep. Yes, that team, they came out and gave their best. The energy was elite. Just alone though, the focus that went into that week that we had allowed us to play that game at the level we were able to play it. And I admire that. I admire how we handled that week prior to that game, and how we handled ourselves and played complimentary football during that game. So.
Are you excited to return the favor to the pros?
Oh yeah, extremely excited.
One of the best things about your game is your ability to pass rush. Where did that come from? Why do you think so
Just using my speed, finding out my strengths. I'm really competitive, so I think that Coach Aranda put me in a lot of positions during fall camp and spring ball that year to get really successful at that. And I learned from great coaches on how to do those things. And Coach Collins, Coach Young, man, he's given me every detail that I can get on the field, and he has allowed me to learn different techniques and different ways to be the best version of myself I can be as far as pass rushing. But you know, those coaches put me in a situation that I'm forever grateful for, and that's part of their defensive schemes and their defensive mindset. And I admire that because they found out how to use my ability to make me perform on the field, and that goes for every other player that we have on our team. That's kind of the culture, you know, like finding out who can do what, and putting them in that position and letting them succeed. And that's something that we take pride in. I'm really big on roles, so I'm gonna say that anything they ask me to do, I'm gonna do it to 100% of my ability. And that's, you know, going on offense, I'll go on offense. But just really not just taking everything seriously that they ask me to do, and being a standard every day to our teammates, playing for them. I think that's really important. You know, you play for others, you play for your brothers, you sacrifice, and things will happen in amazing ways, such as what happened out here on that field here. So.
Bryson, when you were last season, you know, everyone wants to go to the city. We're going to be on the roll on this, but you guys are on notice. The world is paying attention to the team today. What does that mean to you? And what does that mean to
For us, it's just focusing on us because we're playing Baylor 12 times, 11 times during the year, and that's the focus. It's how can we get better, and we're going to have games where we play ourselves pretty much, and we got to be able to win 100% of the time. And I feel like, you know, last year was last year, but you know, this year we have a new set of guys and a new mindset towards how we can attack this thing. And we got leaders that are stepping up that have never been put in those roles before, and they're stepping in new territory. So it's just going to start off each week, you know, working our tails off and putting that work in and bringing guys with us, creating great people on the field and playing that complementary football. I think that's really important. So, just the people around me. I'm really big on team sports, so just being able to go out there with my brothers and become a better version of myself is what I admire most. So that's why I do it. Oh man, all the time, all the time, every day, every opportunity you get, practice, get better. 100%, yeah, 100%. Yeah, he has a focus that he brings every day, an intention that he has with how he teaches his players, the way that he lives his life of mastery, the way his mind is. There's times where, you know, I go in there with a notebook and I sit down and just want to pick his brain. And whenever I hear him talk in team meetings, you know, I take as many notes as possible, just by the way he thinks, the way he handles practice, the way he handles every day is truly inspirational. And that's the type of person that our players want to be. That's the type of mindset that we want to have this season. I just feel like our culture speaks for itself. A lot of it is what we do every day. So I feel like as long as we got guys that are coming in, buying into our culture and our way, then we're going to have a lot of success in the future. Uh, Man, I honestly I want Baylor to be the team that is known for the brotherhood and having great people. I think that's one of the most important factors about it. If you can create good people in society, and you can get young men to step up and play for one another, you're gonna see tons of success in your everyday life. Coach Aranda takes pride in your academics, your character off the field, and those are the things that are really important. So I want that Baylor to be known for that. If you come to this university, you're gonna play. You're gonna play for your brothers. You're gonna gain something from it that's gonna help you out for the rest of your life. Yes, every guy that you saw last year, every guy that you're going to see this year that steps on that field are great people, and that's why they're playing because they handle their stuff every day. That's what we take pride in. Coming in, bringing intentional focus throughout the week, being on time to things like that, just being a great leader. If that's whether you're old or young, that's the type of people that we have that's going to play and that's going to start for us. And bring that tenacity to every game. Yes. Great person, great player to be around. He has a great work ethic, and that's one thing that I know about him. I've been friends with him for a while, so he brings a certain focus to the game, and I'm very proud of him what he's doing right now. Yes. Yeah, he's just humble, authentic guy. He's gonna be himself, and I'm pretty sure those guys understand that about him, and they have their relationships with him. But I know how he works, and he has a great work ethic about him. Nice. Yeah. I think he studies football. Yeah. No, honestly, he takes everything serious. He's a great family person too. I don't think a lot of people realize that he has a great sense of humor, and he just applies everything to his life, and that's very admirable. But no telling, man. No telling. Oh man. He said a lot of funny things. I think his laugh is probably the funniest thing. But at the same time, I love it. Yeah, I love talking to him. Yeah. Anything else? I'm sorry. Pasta. Yeah, I like pasta. Pasta. Hang out with my brothers and might go fishing here and now. I love fishing, so that's something that I do on my off time.